All right, part two. We promised we were going to talk more about harmonic listening today. And so our next step is to talk about harmonic functionality. As you know, harmony is all about that bass. When we hear the bass note, it kind of moves us through the different areas of harmonic function. And you know this because we've already talked about these three harmonic areas. Let's go ahead and remind ourselves what they are. Just pop up right here. Boom. We've got our fundamental bass notes, as you can see from our example here. Do, fa, sol, do. That good old tetractys scale that we learned about back last semester. Do, ti, do, re, mi, fa, mi, re, do, sol, do, fa, sol, do. Just moving through the different areas there. Do, fa, sol, do. As we move through, it sounds like we've done a complete cycle of harmonic progressions, even without anything happening over the top of this. And as you can see, I've listed them as the functions of tonic, plagal, authentic, and tonic. So we can see all of those going on right in that area. The Roman numerals are a system of identifying chords that are commonly used. They're based on the theories of Rameau. You know I'm not a big fan of Rameau, but you're going to transfer to a school that uses Rameau, so you need to know your Roman numerals. Since we're just working with what we call 5/3 chords right now, which is chords with a third and a fifth above the bass, so above the do, you know that do's best friends, do up a third is mi, do up a fifth is sol, or in minor, do, me, sol. And so in major, we've got a uppercase 1, in a minor we've got a lowercase 1, do, mi, sol, do, me, sol respectively, major and minor chords. Fa 5/3, fa up a third is la or lay in minor, fa up a fifth is do. So our notes fa, lay, do, or fa, la, do, depending on major or minor. In a major key, fa, la, do is a major chord, fa, lay, do is a minor chord. Because fa is the fourth scale degree, we give that the Roman numeral 4, just like we did Roman numeral 1 for the note built on the first degree of the scale, do. Our last chord that we're dealing with for now is the 5/3 chord built on sol. Sol up a third, sol la ti, sol on ti, and sol up a fifth, re. And we like to use that ti in both major and minor. You may remember our harmonic minor scale uses ti. And so here we are, we're using harmonies. We're going to use that harmonic minor. So sol, ti, re, both major and minor. It's an uppercase 5. These chords, 1, 4, and 5, have standard official names for them as well. You'll hear us often refer to them as 1, 4, and 5. The fancy terms tonic, subdominant, and dominant. Dominant, of course, being the strongest note in the key next to the do is sol. And the dominant below the do down a fifth, takes us to fa, so that's the dominant below, or the subdominant, knowing our Greek terms there. So do, fa, sol, do. Our tonic, plagal, authentic tonic functions. Notice that the tonic chord is our standard tonic function. Our subdominant is a specific type of plagal function. Our dominant is an official type of authentic function. And our tonic is, of course, an example of tonic function. So there we go. Do, fa, sol, do. And in a piece of music, these are what we call our structural notes of the bass. And as we move through them, you will hear the chords shift. As we'll learn about in our third video, the way that different functional areas resolve back to the tonic creates different types of what we call cadences. Let's go ahead now, however, and look at how we can use our links of our functional areas, our solfege bass notes, and our Roman numeral labelings to identify some chords as we're listening to a piece of music. And since we're kind of practicing on cadences, we'll often be listening to what's happening at the end of a musical excerpt. So let's go to the inquisitive. As always, we'll start by listening to this phrase. You can see it's asking us for the bass note at the end of the phrase, because harmony is all about that bass. We'll want to link which chord, 1, 4, or 5, links to that bass note. And we'll identify what type of cadence that is. Like I said, we're going to talk about that in the third part of this video series. And so I'm just going to give you the answer for now. Let's take a listen and get an idea of what's going on in the bass. that was a pretty easy bass line. Let's listen again and then sing back that bass. Bum, 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 bum. Bum, sing down until you hit do. Yum, bum, bim, bum, bum. There we go. And so the bass line went do, do. Listen one more time. Do, 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 sol, sol. Do, 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 sol, sol. So we ended on sol. So we'll go ahead and drag that up there. We ended on sol, correct? Okay. Our bass notes, like I talked about in our little pop-up, let's just go back and take a look at those notes. There they are. Do is associated with 1, fa is associated with 4, sol is associated with 5, and do is associated with 1. So now we go back to our inquisitive. We ended on sol in the bass, so it means we must have ended on our 5 chord, our dominant chord. Now, like I said, I'm just going to give the answer to this one. That means we ended on what's called a half cadence. We're going to learn more about cadences in the next video in just a moment here.